Everybody, it's Andy Timmons. Welcome back to Melodic Muse for Guitar World. In this next couple of columns, I'm going to lay out a chord progression and talk about the different strategies I might use when composing or devising or improvising a solo over it, which might combine blues, it might combine that with targeting chord tones, different modes and approaches. But I thought it'd be fun to just kind of play and use different devices and show you my process. Okay, so let's dive into this progression. For those curious, it is a track I produced for the True Fire in the Jam series several years ago. I love this progression, and the reason, and I'll explain it to you as I tell you what the chords are. So it just starts off on E minor, and then goes to A7. So already we know we're solidly in the key of E minor, right? E minor, that repeats to A7, then it goes to C major 7, and then to B7, right? C major 7 again, into B7. I might play it augmented in the guitar rhythm voicing. And the reason I love that, essentially, so the whole thing is really can be related to the key of E minor, but in the first couple of bars, the first 4 bars, the E minor 7 to A7, so it kind of is in a, you might hear the Dorian kind of sound. But then when it gets to C major 7, you're still in E minor. But that's going to change that flavor, right? Into the B dominant, right? So whenever I'm about to play a solo or I'm composing something, I'm very aware if there's a global key center, but also if there's, specific chord changes in there that I might voice lead through. That also being said, the blues can work over just about anything. And that's what I purposely did in this first 16 bars of soloing. I just wanted to show that you really don't need anything more than the blues, over this minor kind of chord progression. It's just picking the right notes at the right time. But I just kind of purposely flowed through a couple of different positions of the E minor pentatonic with the flat 5, the little bluesy thing in there. So if you're familiar with that, hopefully most of you are. The beauty for me in the phrasing with that kind of scale is, once you obviously have it in the basic box position, is finding things horizontally to play through. Really kind of blending through some of the positions you might know, but horizontally. So with the straight blues scale approach, we're going to eventually get into, really targeting chord tones. All the great blues guys, you really did kind of hear the changes, even though they were just sticking to the limited vocabulary, you could call it. When it goes to the A chord, you can kind of feature that note, or when you go to the C, just the tonic note is handy because it's the third of that. When you hear that B, that's what I always said, for students and people that are really wanting to expand their knowledge of the guitar, it's great to do that. It's good to learn all about the scales and various harmonies and modes and all that. But man, there's so much music to be made with just the blues scale. So it's such a wonderful foundation. It's something that I'm actually working on right now. I'm just always going back to the blues. What can I do to strengthen that foundation so all this other stuff has more power to it?